Come on, Daddy.
We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em, Tiger. World Series bound and picking up steam. Go get 'em, Tiger. There'll be joy in Tiger Town. We'll sing you songs.
Oh, yeah.
The Bengals bring the pennant home where it belongs. We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em. Detroit Tigers. Go get 'em, Tigers. We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em. Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
Go get 'em, Tigers.
It's about I gotta say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State. Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
Ground ball, right side. Cabrera will cut it off. Galarraga covers. He's out. No, he's safe.
Phoenix has the ball, and a pinnacle ball throws it down.
DeBrincat gets it back to Gossett, sparing across, now Kane. Save Raymond. They score! Raymond!
Big five. Johnson to throw, and it's caught by St. Brown for a first down.
This is BS Sports.
And we are live for a little Tiger baseball, little postseason baseball. Michael K is on the call, apparently. I'm surprised he's doing this game and not the Yankee game. Or I guess the Yankees don't play until next week. But I'm sure he's really enjoying getting to play the team that has owned his Yankees for basically every time we're in the postseason. We always find the Yankees and we're like, oh, we're going to beat you. But Tigers back in the playoffs, on the hunt for another World Series championship. But the Astros are no slouch. Obviously, they won their division this year. That's why we're playing them. And right now, in this particular matchup, ESPN has the Astros at a 56.1% chance to win this ballgame. I believe the run line there on ESPN Bet is -1.5 for Houston. So they got them as a 2-run favorite in this game. But you got both teams' aces on the mound. You got Tarik Skubal on Detroit's side, who is the Triple Crown winning pitcher, almost certainly going to win the Cy Young. I don't think there's really any competition there. And on the other end of it, Framber Valdez for the Astros, frankly, he probably could get some Cy Young votes himself because he's also been excellent. And the thing with this Astros team, comparatively speaking to the Tiger team that we got here today, this Astros team is loaded with experienced playoff hitters. Yordan Alvarez is in the lineup. Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman. All three of those cats are some of the scariest bats in playoff baseball. As opposed to the Tigers, whose real only baseball player that has made any postseason impact was Matt Vierling when he played for the Phillies a couple of seasons ago. So very little postseason experience for the Tigers. So they got they got everything to gain and nothing to lose. And that's sort of how I'm going into this. It is a little cloudy out right now. They're playing Houston and it's an indoor stadium anyway. But just giving you, there's a cold breeze that I felt come in here. Hopefully it doesn't start raining outside. Although, actually, I wouldn't mind it because I'm not going out. I don't mind the rain when I'm not in it. But Yordan Alvarez, he missed the last 5 games, but he's able to come back here for the postseason. So he might not be fully healthy, though. That's another point. He's just playing the DH position, so he's not going to be on defense. But I'm telling you, don't be shocked that the Tigers come away with a win here. Don't be shocked that the Tigers come away with a series win overall. I mean, this is a team, again, they have basically, Oh, yeah, oh no, Javi did, but Javi's not on the team. He didn't make the. He's not even. He's for one, he's hurt, and I don't think he made the playoff roster anyway. So yeah, outside of Javi Baez, I guess you have Matt Vierling. Outside of Javi Baez, it's Matt Vierling. And frankly, the team is much better without Javi Baez, so they probably are better off that Javi ends up getting hurt and doesn't play. Yeah, basically the lack of experience is going to be the difference, I think, potentially. But again, I mean, this is a young team. Like, young teams surprise, in the playoffs a lot. I mean, we saw last year with Arizona. Look up and down Arizona's lineup last year. There wasn't a whole lot of playoff experience on that team. Texas Rangers had not an overtly young team or inexperienced team. They had some guys in there that were experienced. Obviously, one Corey Seager, but I think most especially that Arizona Diamondbacks team is much more comparable. Yeah, I mean, like, either way, there's really basically nothing the Tigers can do in this playoffs to me that would make me egregiously upset. Outside of them just getting the doors knocked off of them and just playing uncharacteristically bad baseball, I'm really okay with, if they lose, okay, well, I didn't expect them to make the playoffs to begin with. They're like ahead of schedule as far as where I thought the team would end up being. I didn't even know. I didn't think the team was going to make the playoffs going into this season. And I thought certainly after the trade deadline, they were, a little behind schedule in terms of where they were going to end up in the record. So they end up with a winning record, which was basically my best case scenario for this team, is if they could end up with an above 500 record. And they did that and then some. They go out and they make the playoffs. So again, to me, they're playing with house money. So you want this to be a fall to remember? Go out and win this series and bring playoff baseball back to the city of Detroit. Because that would be a heck of an environment. Comerica Park would be loaded with people. And that's the only unfortunate part about making the playoffs in the spot that they're in. They don't get home field advantage the entire series. They're going to be playing at the most 3 games in Houston, which is a playoff environment. Though, to be fair, it's the middle of the afternoon in Houston. I want to say actually it'd be 1:30 right now for Houston because they're an hour back. So even earlier in the day for Astros fans to come out to support their team. I'm noticing a lack of Tigers in the little MLB's postseason ad there. Well, hey, we do better as the underdogs. Ooh. Again, there's still noticeably very little Tigers highlights in the. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. I saw Skubal. I saw some Tigers stuff. Anything else? I gotta give credit to like the MLB's marketing team or whatever who makes these. Like, I wonder, like, they have to not entirely, but for the most part, they probably have to like wait until like the brackets are set. And the bracket wasn't set until yesterday, when the Braves and the Mets played that doubleheader. So they were like, okay, we gotta make sure we have enough Braves and Mets highlights, and there's the Tigers. There you go. There you go. Yeah, they are in Central Time because all of the state of Texas, I believe, is Central Time. I know this because I work in a department in a area in which I have to be aware of different time zones because I'm making calls to people. Yeah, the AL bracket, that's true. They had to wait for the NL, but they were doing it was like a general playoff like highlight reel. So I'm saying they could do most of it, but not all of it. But here we go. Framber Valdez heads off to the mound, picks up his glove. Taking a look here at the starting lineup for Detroit. As soon as that graphic wants to load. Leading off, Matt Vierling, followed by Justin Henry Malloy, Riley Green, Andy Ibanez, Wenzel Perez, Spencer Torkelson, Parker Meadows, Jake Rogers, and Trey Sweeney, the rookie, to round out the batting order. I mean, I should say, I say Trey Sweeney the rookie, but he's not the only rookie in this lineup. Jay Henn, Justin Henry Malloy, a rookie. Wenzel Perez, a rookie. Parker Meadows, not technically a rookie. He played last year, but very little. Framber Valdez, taking the mound. A 15-7 record for him, a 2.91 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP, and 169 strikeouts in 28 regular season starts. This will be his first playoff start of the season, obviously. He's a hard-throwing lefty. Tigers are going to have to be on their A game if they want to get to Valdez here. Because Kerry Carpenter can't hit left-handed pitching, so they put JN in there, who's a righty, on the lefty because they like the matchup. And I don't know the splits on how he hits righty or lefties. I imagine he hits them better, and that way they have Kerry Carpenter in potentially for a late pinch hit role once they theoretically bring in a right-handed pitcher. But the other thing about postseason baseball is your stats reset. You're right back to where you were, zeros across the board. So if you didn't like how you played in the regular season, this is your chance to sort of reset the market, so to speak, in terms of performance. And I think every player knows that. And I would imagine a lot of these young Tiger hitters who did struggle, guys like Torkelson or Justin Henry Malloy, are going to be keenly aware of that and maybe hope that they can get something of a fresh start here. Matt Vierling steps into the box as he awaits for the umpires play ball. So here we go. No score. Wild card, best of 3. First pitch on the way. It's a called strike one on the lower inner corner. It is quickly 0-1 to Matt Vierling. A 107 OPS plus on the regular season for Matt Vierling. Above average hitter in both the on base and power department. The 0-1, swinging a grounder to first. He will tag the bag easily, does Bregman. Tigers leadoff man grounds out. Or that's Carantini, excuse me, not Bregman. I thought Bregman played. He's an outfielder. What am I talking about? Or no, Bregman's playing third. I wasn't crazy. I knew that Bregman was one of the corners, but here's the rookie, Justin Henry Malloy. 86 OPS plus for the designated hitter in the regular season. 8 homers and 21 ribbies. So obviously a struggle to start the season for him. See if he can get back. Start over. It's a 1-0 count as he looks at ball one. Malloy did really well in the AAA department last year, and I believe he was doing at least decently well that he was able to make the team as he looked at ball two high and away. He's one of those guys that is usually not an easy out. He can put the ball deep in play. The 2-0 pitch, that one's outside, and it's 3-0 to Justin Henry Malloy. One of the things Scott Harris wanted to emphasize when he came in was controlling the strike zone. This was one of the guys that he traded for from Atlanta, as Justin Henry Malloy looks at a 4-pitch walk. And that's controlling the strike zone. A 4-pitch walk. So 1 away, Tigers get the first base runner of the game. Valdez struggled to locate any of his pitches in that at-bat. Jahan could have had a blindfold and not moved. Riley Green, one of the lone all-stars on this team. It is ball one to him. Pitch was low. Riley Green, a 133 OPS plus this season. 24 homers, 74 RBIs, 262 batting average as well. He looks at strike one. Evens up the count 1-1. Riley Green made a nice diving catch in the All-Star game, but did not record a hit in that All-Star game. He's the lone position player for the Tigers in the All-Star game. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Riley Green. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. But Riley Green's just being one of the better hitters on the team. You don't worry about that kind of thing as he fouls a ball down the first base line. Pitch count for Valdez is at 10. So it is rising a little bit. And if you can get an extra base runner, potentially make this a difficult inning for Valdez. The 1-2. Swing and another one fouled off. That one was low and just touching the strike zone. It's a good pitch to foul off. Valdez in 2024 mostly relied on his sinker 46% of the time. He also has a curveball used 31% of the time. Very rarely does he throw the fastball. Just 1% of his pitches were the fastball. So he's got stuff and moving pitches. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Throw to second is in time. Throw back to first is also in time. A ground ball double play ends the inning. So Valdez, despite giving up the 1-out walk, does not give up a hit. No score. Tarik Skubal takes the mound for Detroit. Well, that was less than ideal. I mean, there's a reason Framber Valdez is that good, right? So I don't mind that Riley Green was at least, fighting that at bat. You'll take that, but yeah, you don't get much of anything. You get just the one out walk from Jahan. I like that. That's a good sign. Good to see Justin Henry Malloy draw a walk. Framber Valdez doesn't want to pitch to Jahan. He's afraid of him. He's afraid of Justin Henry Malloy sending one to the seats. You know what's unfortunate, though, about doing baseball games? Is because there's no, halftime or anything. There's no real good time for me to go and pee when I eventually have to go to the bathroom. So, hopefully I can just hold it in. Maybe this game will go fast. Emmy-winning Shark Tank. I haven't watched Shark Tank since I was a child. And I didn't even watch it. My dad would watch it. Is there always this many commercials in baseball? Maybe it's just because it's a playoff game and I'm nervous. But it just feels like there's a lot more. This has got to be... Yeah, okay. I was going to say it was an MLB ad, so that's got to be it. Jose Altuve will lead things off for the Astros. Lineup for Houston. Jose Altuve, followed by Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez, Alex Bregman, Yanier Diaz, Jeremy Pena, Victor Caratini, Mauricio Dubon, and Jake Myers to round out the order. Skubal delivers a first pitch, and that's a line drive deep into left field and right into the glove of Riley Green. So a first pitch out. Crowd got on their feet quickly, but that ball died in left field into the glove of Riley Green. Skubal, 18-4 record, 2.39 ERA, an 0.92 WHIP, and a 228 strikeout count, led in all four. Obviously, the Triple Crown winner, and for my money, the best pitcher in baseball. First pitch to Tucker is a called strike one on the outside corner. Kyle Tucker, a 181 OPS, one of the best power hitters, one of the best hitters in baseball, up against one of the best pitchers. As he grounds that ball to first base, Spencer Torkelson will field it. He will tag the bag. Couple of quick outs here for Tarik Skubal. It's probably for the playoffs. That makes the most sense. And here is big Yordan Alvarez. The designated hitter has a 172 OPS coming into the postseason, 308 average, and 35 home runs. But that time, he looks at a called strike one. 97 off that fastball for Tarik Skubal. The 0-1 is grounded to second base. The throw to the play in first is in time. The Astros go 1, 2, 3 in very few pitches from Skubal. Bottom of the second, or top of the second, no runs, no score. I mean, they might, maybe they should be scared just based on that inning because he just destroyed the top of their lineup. I guess you could say, well, Altuve had a nice hard hit ball, but it's an out, so. They all look like ground outs on a box score. Oh my gosh, no, it's the WNBA ad. No. Oh my gosh, and it's like a longer version of it. Oh no. I mean, I guess I knew this could be a possibility because I'm watching it on ABC, and ESPN and ABC are the same. But all right, hopefully that's the end of it. Hopefully we don't see that one again. Nothing will be worse than the Boston College MSU game on the ACC network when it was like every single commercial was for the stupid WNBA playoffs. Golden Bachelorette. I think if I were the president of the United States, I would just ban the Bachelor, the Bachelorette, the whole thing. Just the whole thing needs to go. This is terrible. Society has not gotten better because of this show. We're gonna get rid of it. We're just gonna banish it all. The only shows that'll be allowed are BS Sports. That's the only one. It's gonna be on every network. You turn on ABC, it's BS Sports. You turn on NBC, it's BS Sports. Believe it or not, you turn on MTV, BS Sports. It's the only network. It's the only show that'll be allowed, and it'll just be me. All right. Well, that was much quicker commercial break, probably because they were like, okay, well that was a pretty quick inning, or half an inning. So look at that guy. He's got an Astros suit, rocking a cigar. That guy's living life. Hopefully, we can make him choke on the cigar. Andy Ibanez looks at ball one. 85-mile-per-hour changeup, 85 OPS plus for Andy Ibanez. Looks at strike one on the outside corner high. Ibanez, overall numbers not all that impressive, but against lefties, he dominates. See if he can show that off here as he looks at ball two. If somebody can, in the chat, pull up his splits against lefties, it's nuts. He's the lefty killer. 2-1 pitch on the way is popped up right center field. Myers catches it without any problem. Wasn't talking to the Piss about bringing WNBA team back to. I would imagine it would be like the Detroit Shock, right? Because we used to have a WNBA team, but apparently that didn't work out. But we won. We won a championship, I want to say. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong on this. Our WNBA team is one more recently than our NBA team, and we don't even have one anymore. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember. There's a called strike on Wenzel Perez, and now he looks at ball one. It was low and away. Wenzel Perez, the rookie, who kind of came out of nowhere, has a 93 OPS plus, 9 homers, 242 average. Did miss some time due to injury as he lines that one into right field. A base hit for Wenzel Perez is the first hit of the day. 1 out single ends the no-hitter for Framber Valdez. Look at that Oppo Taco over the head of the first baseman, Caratini. Wenzel Perez, definitely a base-stealing threat. Spencer Torkelson steps in. First pitch to him. It's fouled off. Boy, I bet he wants that pitch back. 89 OPS plus this season for Torque, former #1 overall pick. struggled this year, was sent down, came back, performed a lot better, but still, overall numbers not all that impressive as he fouls another pitch off 0-2 to Spencer Torkelson. Boy, I bet he would really love to just get something going here in the postseason, make a mark for himself, just given the struggles that he's gone through, being a former 1-1. 0-2 pitch to him is low and in the dirt, ball one. Count now 1-2. Pitch count for Valdez is now 22. So still pretty good given the out situation. Wenzel Perez with a decent lineup there, or a decent leadoff there. 1-2 is low and in the dirt again, ball two. Okay, so they did actually win more recently than the Pistons. That's unfortunate. The Detroit Shock has won a championship more recently than the Detroit Pistons. I don't want to talk about it. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing, and another one fouled off by Torkelson. Having a bit of a battle here. Are these two, Torkelson and Valdez. A .219 average in the regular season for Torkelson. So again, numbers in the regular season not particularly impressive. Especially disappointing after his 30 home run season the year prior. 2-2 outside. He takes it all the way. Ball three. That's a great take from Torkelson. Houston faithful doesn't like the call, but that's well off the plate. The 3-2. Inside, he walked him. First postseason at bat for Spencer Torkelson is a walk, and the Tigers are threatening here in the top of the second. 1 out, man on first and second. A Perez base hit and a Torkelson walk are your base runners for Detroit. Now the pitch count potentially a concern as it is at 26 for Framber Valdez. Parker Meadows steps in as he grounds one to second base. Relay to second for one, relay to first. Not in time. Could not turn the double play. Parker Meadows got down the line quickly. That will move Perez over to third base. So there are men at the corners with 2 away. And a fielder's choice allows Parker Meadows to get his first postseason base. And he's a guy who can definitely be a base stealing threat. He's probably one of the faster guys on the team. But with 2 outs, you don't necessarily need to have him on the move. Huh. I didn't know that you had... Are you looking at like the Detroit Shock Wikipedia page, Detroit fan? Or do you just know this information? I don't know anything about the Detroit Shock other than Bill Laimbeer was the coach of them at one point. First pitch is a ball to Jake Rogers. Jake Rogers, who was acquired from the Astros in the Justin Verlander trade. You got to think he wants to get a little piece here. But he batted below the Mendoza line in the regular season, a 197 average. But right now he's looking at 2 balls and no strikes. A walk would load the bases with 2 away. Valdez stepping off the mound, now stepping back onto the mound. He's got to deliver a pitch here. 5 seconds on the pitch clock. On the way, the 2-1. It's low. Ball 3. And catcher was calling out to Valdez, telling him to calm it down. The real good hitter's count here for Jake Rogers. Potentially knocking the first run. 3-0 pitch. Swinging a drive, and it's a base hit into left field. That'll score a run. Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Meadows stays at second base. And a Jake Rogers RBI single gives the Tigers a lead in the top of the second. I'm not called the Detroit fan for that. You know what? Respect. I get that. Jake Rogers, formerly in the Astros system, made him pay there. Jeremy Pena dove but couldn't get to the ground ball. Hit too hard off the bat of Rogers. 1-0 Detroit. Now it'll be the rookie Trace Sweeney, the shortstop, acquired this year at the trade deadline from the Dodgers. First pitch to Sweeney is low, ball 1. Trace Sweeney traded for Jack Flaherty. Tyron Lorenzo also included in that. He's got an 81 OPS plus in his limited time with Detroit this season. And that one's lined into center field, a base hit. They're going to try to throw Parker Meadows out at home. It's not going to be in time. Tigers take a 2-0 lead. Trey Sweeney RBI. And Framber Valdez getting knocked around by the Tigers. Parker Meadows, he is too quick. An ordinary hitter might not have been able to reach home on that, but Parker Meadows got from second to home plate like it was nothing. On what was just a liner right into center field. I think I'm hearing chants of "Let's go Tigers" in Minute Maid Park. Tiger faithful traveling far. Jake Rogers also got from first to third as well. Quick talk with Valdez. First mound visit of the day is in the top of the second inning. And now the top of the Tiger order is coming up. Matt Vierling, who is the elder statesman alongside Jake Rogers on this lineup. Pitch count now at 33 for Framber Valdez. Boy, you would love Tigers to take 3-0 here early. Potentially get Valdez out of this. He has struggled to locate the strike zone. That's ball 1 to Vierling. There are some boos raining down from the Houston Astros fans. That pitch is outside as well. It's 2-0. Framber, very uncharacteristically, is not locating the strike zone at all. 18 balls to 17 strikes. 2-0. That one's a called strike. It's 2-1. Looks like there's already a little bit of movement in the bullpen. Nobody warming up, just some stretches. That does not bode well either way for Houston. The 2-1. That one is fouled down the right field line. It's a 2-2 count. Matt Vierling, 0 for 1 today. 2-2 coming. That one is grounded into center field, a base hit. Another run will score. Jake Rogers home. It is 3-0 Detroit. An RBI single from Matt Vierling. And all of a sudden, this one's getting real uncomfortable for the Astros early. There are audible chants of "Let's go Tigers" in Minute Maid Park. Justin Henry Malloy stands in. He looks at strike 1. Malloy, in his first at-bat, drew a walk. And that one is grounded foul. So it's an 0-2 count. We know this bat has potential for pop. He did it in the minor leagues. We'll see if he can show it off in the postseason. 0-2, swing and a miss. Could not hold up. So the Tigers take a 3-0 lead. Eaten up on Framber Valdez. Bottom of the second, Bregman, Yanier, Diaz, and Pena due up for the Astros. Tigers already going through the second trip of their lineup. All right, I'll take that. That's what I want to see. Timely hitting. That's good. You got Jake Rogers getting the hits, Trey Sweeney, Matt Vierling. You love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. And you know what's even crazier? That inning would have been over had Parker Meadows not had, the base running ability that he does to get to first base to avoid the double play and allow Jake Rogers to drive in that extra run. So that's good stuff early here from the Tigers. Hopefully Tarik Skubal can keep this under control as he has done for most of his starts. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a Disney World. I was like, what is this ad? It's a Disney World ad. Save up to 25% on select Disney resorts. So instead of paying, $30,000 a person, you're paying whatever is a quarter of $30,000. Whatever, 25% of $30,000, and then subtract that from $30,000. That's how much you would save. I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not kidding. Actually, I don't know what the prices are for Disney. I know they're absurd. In case I didn't already need reasons not to go to Disney World, I now have even more in that they're charging you your entire firstborn. All right. That's got to feel good for Jake Rogers, especially. There's a called strike one to Bregman. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's got to feel good for Rogers, who was traded from here 6 years ago, or more than that, or 7 years ago, as Bregman swings and misses on pitch high and out of the strike zone. It's 0-2. Pitch count for Tarik Skubal, by the way, is at 7. He was incredibly quick to getting those 3 outs. That one is grounded to first base. Torkelson will field it. He will tag the bag. Bregman grounds out. And there's one away. Skubal has just 8 pitches so far. He is destroyed a very small sample size, but he's done really well through these first few hitters. And he has yet to throw a ball. All 8 of his pitches have been for strikes. Here is Diaz. Diaz fouls a pitch off. So now it's 9 pitches for strikes from Skubal. How long can this streak go? Hold on. I want to see how long this goes. Yanier Diaz, the catcher, has a 118 OPS coming into the postseason. He lines that one right to Skubal, who will field it and throw out Diaz. He lost his glove on that liner. And hopefully Skubal is okay. Glove came off. And the training team for Detroit is going to come take a look. It hit his glove, so it's not his throwing hand. AJ Hinch out there as well. This would be absolutely devastating. He's just doing some grips here, so doesn't appear to be in very much pain or anything. Umpire's in there as well, listening in. And he'll probably take a few pitches here to warm it up, just to see if there's any problem. Yeah, it just looks like it got most of the glove. He was able to knock it down. I mean, good awareness there by Skubal. Yeah, it looks like that ball basically just hit his glove. So Skubal is okay. Crisis averted. And there are 2 away in the bottom of the second. Tigers holding on to a 3-0 lead. Jeremy Pena at the plate, looks at strike one. What is that, pitch number 11, all of them for strikes? How long can this go on before we're talking about something crazy? That pitch is fouled. It's now 12 pitches, all of them for strikes. This is so far, I know it's only been an inning and 2/3, but it's been amazing. The 0-2, there's ball one. Finally, Skubal pitches a ball. It took him 13 pitches and an inning and 2/3 to deliver the first pitch that was not a strike. 1-2 pitch on the way is fouled off. Skubal still, though, despite all those strikes, has yet to get a strikeout. Led the league in strikeouts. Still looking for his first playoff strikeout. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. There it is. Strikeout number 1 for Tarik Skubal, and the Astros go 1-2-3. Green, Ibanez, and Perez due up for Detroit. Tigers holding on to a 3-0 lead early. I'm not going to lie. I got very nervous when that ball came back and hit Skubal. I was like, no, don't you do this to me. You know, my phone is saying it's 100% chance of rain in 23 minutes. I mean, I can see that. I can see that it's cloudy out, but no rain so far. It's a good thing they're not playing this game in Detroit. Hold on, I shouldn't say that. It's a good thing in that it could have gotten rain delayed. What in the heck am I looking at? Oh my gosh. There's no way that the Kelseys eat well, actually, they could eat Lucky Charms. You'd be surprised with some of the diets of these athletes, especially like non-skill players. I guess tight end is kind of a skill player, but like if you're not a wide receiver or a running back, like your diet is like so. I mean, even some like basketball players too. They'll have like, isn't it LeBron James who eats like pancakes and tacos and like. You know what? If you can maintain the shape that you're in, eating that kind of food, I respect it, because it's a lot harder to maintain that shape when you're eating, a high carb, red meat diet. Either way, I think it's funny. Meanwhile, there's baseball players, and they'll just have a hot dog before the game. That I respect the most. That one is just funny to me. So why do they have the girl from It's Always Sunny, and she's like a crime fighter? I don't get it. Again, who watches these shows? First pitch swinging is fouled off. Valdez staying in the game. It's an 0-1 count to Riley Green. Grounded into the double play. 0-1 is grounded up the middle to Valdez. He will throw Green out at first. And there is one away. Andy Ibanez now steps in. Again, the lefty killer. Hopefully he can show that off in this at-bat as he looks at ball one. The other thing about calling baseball games I'm realizing is it is much more taxing on my voice. As Ibanez lines one into right field, that'll go all the way to the corner. This is extra bases. All the way into the corner. Ibanez will head all the way to second base. A one-out double for the lefty killer. Chance for the Tigers to open this one up wide to make it a grand slam lead. Opposite field double. That ball curves inside as well on the hit to end up in the corner. Wenzel Perez steps in. He's 1 for 1. He had a single and scored the first run of the day. Switch hitting right fielder. The 1-0 is called strike one. Outside corner. Boy, you just really want to see another knock here. Perez grounds it up the middle. That'll move the runner over, but Perez is out at first base. Ibanez heads to third with 2 outs. Tigers base runners they've done a pretty good job of moving guys over for the most part. This is back-to-back innings where even if you record the out, you at least move that runner over and put all that more pressure onto the defensive team. Spencer Torkelson steps in. He walked in his first at-bat. This time he looks at strike one. Boy, I bet he would love to have a big knock here and drive in an extra run. Torkelson waits for the 0-1, and here it is. Swing and a miss. Low was that pitch. 80 miles an hour. Torkelson bit all the way. So now in a 2-strike count with no balls, Torkelson going to have to work his way back. 0-2. That one is lined into left field, but caught. That ball just kept in the air, and Jeremy Pena makes a diving catch on the run to steal an RBI from Torkelson. Valdez gets bailed out by the defense. Oh, man. Oh, I thought that was for sure going to land. I didn't think there was any chance that was going to end up in his glove. Good on Jeremy Pena. Felt like that ball was like in slow motion. There's a Lansing Olive Burger Festival? What? Now, is that burgers with olives, or is that something I'm unfamiliar with? Does anyone know what an olive burger is? I've never had I don't like olives, so this would explain why I'm unfamiliar with the olive burger phenomenon that is. CC Sabathia. See, if I was CC Sabathia, I would just throw that guy a heater. The little kid. CC Sabathia is playing baseball with these kids from the Boys and Girls. Just throw a heater. Throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Just murder. You want to learn how to be tough, kid? You got to learn quick. First pitch for Skubal of the inning is a called strike. This is Victor Caratini, the first baseman, a 113 OPS plus. You notice something, most of these hitters for the Astros above average. And the score is not what you would expect based on just the lineup alone. And that just shows how dominant Tarik Skubal is, as Caratini lines one into left field for the first hit for the Astros, and it's a leadoff single. Oh, Mets, Brewers, and Padres, Braves. Those both going to be. Let's go Brews, Brew Crew, and then Seth's Padres are playing tonight. First pitch to Dubon is low for ball one. Dubon, an 88 OPS plus, 269 average, however. Not much of a power hitter, but certainly can get the knocks as he fouls a pitch off. The fastball, 96 miles an hour, off of Skubal. Pitch count is at 20 for Skubal, so certainly not any concern. He's been able to get through innings quickly, but that leadoff single, want to make sure that there's no damage done there in either the run department or the pitch count. The 1-1 swung on and fouled down the first base line. 2-strike count, and that poor ball boy tried to field it, and that ball just bounced back into right field. One-two pitch. Swinging a grounder to short. Throw to one and they will not get the second. They will not get the double play. They will get the runner out at second base. Sweeney fielded it, but unfortunately, Dubon too quick down the line. No chance. But you do still have an inning-ending double play set up with that runner at first base. Jake Myers looks at strike one. I believe this is the number 9 hitter. 85 OPS plus for the center fielder. 219 average coming in. 0-1. Way outside. Good on Jake Rogers to get that ball. Keep that runner at first base. That ball was way in the left-handed batter's box. The 1-1. That one's high and away. Now Skubal, a little wild these last couple of pitches. Got to keep the nerves down. Stay focused on the mission, which is getting the runner right in front, or getting the hitter right in front of you out. 2-1. He went too far. It's called strike two. That ball was in the strike zone, at least on the ABC strike zone. So, not sure they needed the appeal, but they got it. 213 swings and misses on changeups. That's the second most in the majors from Tarik Skubal. 2-strike count. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Skubal is out number 2. And that pitch just drops. Myers had absolutely no chance. But here is the top of the lineup. Finally get to see that for the Astros. It's Jose Altuve. 0 for 1, lined into left. This one, he grounds foul down the third base line. Altuve, incredibly aggressive in his at-bats. First pitch swinging on both. He's a very dangerous hitter. And it's his second trip through. Runner on first. 2 outs. 3-0 Tigers. Ball one delivered to even up the count to Altuve. 103 postseason games for Altuve. 117 hits. 27 for home runs. The 1-1. Tried to bunt it, but it's a called strike 2 on the outer edge. Altuve, I mean, he's staying aggressive. He wants to put this ball in play. Does not want to be strikeout victim number 3. But he very well could be right here. The 1-2. Swung on and popped into left center field. It'll drop for a base hit. Just dropped into no man's land, and Altuve gets his first knock of the day. And now the Astros threatening with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. He really didn't get too much on it, but it just ended up in the perfect spot. Riley Green and Parker Meadows both could not get to it. Here is Alex Bregman. He looks at ball 1. That he had to just dodge out of the way of. Or Kyle Tucker, not Alex Bregman, excuse me. Kyle Tucker 0 for 1 today, but one of the most dangerous hitters. Again, this top of this lineup for the Astros is so dangerous with big hitters. He represents a tying run. And that one, he pops into left field, and Riley Green will get to it and make the catch. So Skubal gets himself out of a jam. Parker Meadows, Jake Rogers, and Trey Sweeney due up for Detroit. It's 3-0 Tigers, heading to the 4th. All right. That was a little nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. When it was Kyle Tucker as a tying run, I was like, oh dear, please don't do this. We already got a 3-0 lead, please. Please don't do this to me. I need like another 2 runs for me to feel safe. Because basically any situation where a grand slam would tie it up or give the other team the lead, I don't feel safe. Even as rare as grand slams are, it's like I need at least 4 runs to feel somewhat secure. Maybe we could see a Parker Meadows home run. That'd be cool. UFC 307. So what's up with the numbers for you? Is that like is this like the 307th UFC thing? That feels kind of low. I guess UFC hasn't been around for that long. Need a 99.9%? Yeah. Us too. Me too, Armenia, man. That's what I need. But you're probably not going to get that unless the Tigers go up like 8-0. I wonder if they're going to interview Hinch, because they're interviewing Joe Espada right now, the manager for the Astros. Valdez staying in for Parker Meadows. Delivers strike 1. Still no rain here, by the way. Not that I can see any rain. 0-1 is low to Parker Meadows. It's ball 1. Parker Meadows 0 for 1, fielder's choice, but he did score a run. I believe. Yeah, I believe he did score a run. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Jeez. A curveball, 80 miles an hour, that was low. Parker Meadows chased it. The 1-2 pitch to Meadows. Low this time. That one he didn't get him to chase on the sinker. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive. Base hit into right center field. Leadoff single for Parker Meadows, his first postseason hit. That ball stayed in the air for a while. I thought maybe Myers was going to get to it, but it dropped right in front of him. Here is Jake Rogers, who drove in the first run of the game. Looks at a strike right down the middle from the sinker. We know that this bat can pop. Now, how consistent it is up for debate. There's strike 2 on the outer edge. Jake Rogers, of course, as mentioned earlier, from the Astros system, was traded to the Tigers in the Justin Verlander trade, the lone remaining player, as Jake Rogers lines this one into deep left field, but it'll be caught at left field, just in front of the warning track. Parker Meadows heads back to first base, and there is one out. You like to see the pop off of the bat from Rogers, but needs a little bit more on that to be able to get the knock. Parker Meadows ran all the way to second base and then had to run back. Here is Trey Sweeney, who is 1 for 1, had an RBI knocked in as well. Looks like there's going to be a quick mound visit to Framber Valdez. Already 2 mound visits to Valdez. Oh, it's a team. You know what? I don't hate this T-Mobile commercial. It's a little annoying, but the song kind of jams. It's a little bit of a jam. We love home internet from T-Mobile. Take a class in dramatic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn. Do. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Am I not allowed to have fun? I've heard it like a million times watching Tiger games on Bally Sports. So basically just a part of my life. Sweeney, ooh, good take. Gets the call for ball 1 just inside. 1 for 1, a single and a ribby for the rookie. The 1-0 to Sweeney. That one is low, and now it's 2-0. Good hitters count for Sweeney. 2-0. Takes it all the way, but it's a called strike 1, not strike 3. It's a 2-1 count to Sweeney. Swings and misses. Pitch was low. The slider makes it an even 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Meadows will head to second base, though. So a strikeout, but they had no chance to get Parker Meadows his first stolen base of the postseason. So what is the Taco Bell thing? Is it just in the World Series stolen bases, or is it the entire playoffs? Because if it's the entire playoffs, Parker Meadows just started it. I think it's the World Series though. Matt Vierling looks at ball 1. He drove in the 3rd run of the day for Detroit. 1 for 2 with a single. Chance to drive in his 2nd run. Again, the most experienced in the postseason on the Tigers lineup is Matt Vierling. That time he looks at a called strike. That is a pitch that was well low. So Valdez gets a call. Matt Vierling has an even 1-1. Tigers 3 for 7 with 3 RBIs with runners in scoring position. Chance to make it 4 for 8. The 1-1 is low, and that time it's called strike. Much lower. It's a 2-1 count. Two-one pitch. Low. Did he go? He did not. It's 3-1. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's just a World Series. Okay. Because that would make it way too easy for free tacos. Pretty sure it's just the World Series. It's a 3-1 count to Matt Vierling. Chance to drive in a run. Good hitters count. 3-1. Takes it for a called strike 2. The count is full. 69 pitches for Valdez. In 3 2/3, chance to make it 4. One more pitch. This is going to be the third trip through the order for Detroit. First 2 trips, just 3 runs. 3-2, swung on and grounded to short. Pena will throw Vierling out at first. Tigers threaten, but do not score. Alvarez, Bregman, and Diaz due up for the Astros, with the Tigers up 3-0, bottom of the 4th. Was the Cardinals in 2011? Like on a run that was similar? Because I know the 2006 Cardinals did something that was similar. I guess what is meant by similar? Or went on a run like the Tigers. I guess either way, if you choose the 2006 Cardinals or the 2011 Cardinals, both those teams won World Series. It's always weird seeing like the work Microsoft Teams like going off when I'm not at work. Like I have no idea what's going on, but I do not care. 8 games out of wildcard spot in mid-August and won around 30 of the last 40. Okay, I see. I gotcha. What would you do? Oh, it's actually like an interesting show. I remember this. Like, I guess they're doing this is like new episodes where like they go into like a public location and they have some like weird social thing happen and they see what people would do in real life. That I would be interested in watching. Maybe not like live on TV, but I don't know. I find that kind of stuff to be at least somewhat fascinating, even if it probably is super fake. Now they're talking to Hinch. First pitch to Alvarez is a called strike 1 to the DH. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Wow. Slider outside. Alvarez waved at it. I don't want to hear about David Ortiz. I just heard one of the commentators mention David. I don't want to hear that name. That ball is grounded and off the mound into center field, a base hit. Second leadoff single in a row for the Astros. That one just took an unlucky bounce for Detroit off the mound, and there was nobody there to field it. This is a great piece of hitting, though, from Jordan. Alex Bregman steps in, and he looks at strike one. 0 for 1 is Bregman. Yordan Alvarez, not much of a speed threat, especially given the injury, as Bregman fouls a pitch off for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count. The pitch. Low. Couldn't get him to chase. The changeup, 89 miles an hour. Pitch count of 39 for Skubal. He continues at this pace. If he can get out of these jams. He got out of the last jam. Now he's got that leadoff runner. The 1-2 inside. Could not get the call. It's ball 2. Bregman, of course, will be a free agent. Wonder where he would end up if he re-signs with the Astros. The 2-2, that one is outside and the count is full. Yeah, me too. 6 innings, you'd be happy. The 3-2 swung on and fouled. Just able to get a piece of the changeup. Montero's not on the... He didn't make the wild card roster, so he's not going to pitch. The 3-2 is lined into left field, but foul. Boy, oh boy, that was 109 miles an hour off his bat. Three-two on the way. This one is fouled off as well. Jeez, a battle between Bregman and Skubal. Two of the American League's best. The 3-2 swung on and lined into right, but not deep. Perez makes the catch for out number 1. That's a big out to set up an inning-ending double play, potentially. I want to say it was AJ who said... it's Tarik Skubal and then chaos pitching. But as far as I'm concerned, it's like... That's what's been working, so don't like try to do something else. That ball is grounded foul off of Diaz. Kind of walking around. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see like Tyler Holton or Bo Brisky, one of these guys who can open up games for you, start tomorrow. Where can you watch all postseason games? If you have a television and you have a satellite dish, you can get ABC, but you could probably also get all of these games on ESPN Plus. I'm watching it on ABC on YouTube TV. You can get that. That's where you can watch all the games, but you got to pay for that. So, not sure if that's exactly what you're asking. Tigers is on ABC. I believe it's national broadcast, so you don't have to have cable. You just get a satellite dish. You can buy it for like $30 at a Best Buy or wherever. Probably anywhere. Anywhere that sells tech stuff. You can get a TV and a satellite like antenna, and you'll be able to pick up ABC. The 0-2 swung on and fouled by Diaz. Yeah, I guess they probably would bring in Reese Olson as well. Detroit fan. I mean, you could see Reese Olson tomorrow, but he'd probably be the opener. He probably wouldn't go too deep. The 0-2, that one's high. Throw back to first. Alvarez is safe at first. Some boos coming down from the Astros fans in Minute Maid Park. Alvarez kind of glaring down at home plate saying, okay. The 1-2. Inside, ball 2. Put me at pitcher? I don't know. I haven't worked on my slider in a while, so I don't know how well I'd do. I got a nasty 2-seamer. The 2-2 swung on and foul. Really long at-bats here. Two. Low. Couldn't get him to chase. Ball 3. Back-to-back full counts generated by Astros hitters. The 9th pitch of the at-bat. That pitch is outside. It's ball 4. First walk of the day for Skubal. I mean, you can just get YouTube TV and you'll be able to watch the game. You don't have to get 2 streaming services. Chris Fetter going to come have a talk with Skubal. Like, you get YouTube TV, you're going to get every postseason game on every network. Because it's postseason games are on ESPN, and then they're on Fox, as well as TBS, TNT, like that, the Turner broadcast networks. I believe TNT, probably not TBS. Maybe TBS. I know all the games today are on ABC for the Tiger game, and then ESPN for the rest of the games, and ESPN 2. What is this Astros guy doing the robot? Jeremy Pena steps in with 1 out, man on first and second. He is the tying run. First pitch is low, ball 1. Double play would end the inning. The 1-0. Called a strike 1. Pena 0 for 1 today. This is just the second trip through the lineup for the Astros. Swung on and fouled by Pena. The sinker, 98. Jeez Louise. Still waiting. Somebody must have stepped off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Tarik Skubal for out number 2. His 3rd strikeout of the day. That's a massive out. Massive out. Pena just waved at it. Not a chance. Caratini, who gave the Astros their first hit, swings and misses on the first pitch. One for one off of Skubal. You know, Skubal wants to get his revenge on guy who got the first hit off of him. Still no rain coming down, by the way, in case you were wondering, which I'm sure you are. The 0-1, that one is swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 to Caratini. Pitch count for Skubal is at 60. So still manageable for sure. The 0-2 pitch. Inside 100 miles an hour on the sinker, but it's ball one. Wow. Putting the gas on that sinker, but he could not locate it. One, two. Swing and a miss. Went too far. Skubal with a yell. His fourth strikeout of the day. Malloy, Green, and Ibanez due up for Detroit. It is 3-0 Tigers heading to the top of the fifth. That is massive. You know what's also kind of weird is the win probability thing is so like up and down. Like I was like in that inning, it was like 75%, and now we're back to 83%. So it's jumped like almost 10 percentage points in just an inning. Well, apparently there's some system issues. I can mute my Microsoft Teams from work. All right. I just want a few more insurance runs is what I want. We've already gotten 3. We had a little bit of fun there early in this game. I'd like some more insurance. This will be the third trip through the order, right? Yeah, because it was just Matt Vierling who led off. So this will be everybody's third trip. I might actually, because it's kind of cool in here, so I'm going to actually close the window. All right. Also, continuing to update, I still do not have air conditioning. Yeah, right? There was audible chance of let's go Tigers when the Tigers were taking the lead there in the early going. So, yeah, I mean, hey, look, I think people do underestimate, how big of a fan base Detroit actually does have. It's a lot of people from Michigan, a lot of people from Detroit lived and worked in the auto industry. Like, it's older folks to be sure, but still, I mean, and a lot of these people, they move out, they go different places, but there's a lot of Tiger fans. One of the oldest franchises in MLB. So it makes sense. Justin Henry Malloy looks at strike one. Oh for 1. And that one he lines into right field, a base hit. Good day for Jahan, a walk and a single. And it's a leadoff single for Detroit. Yeah, Detroit fans travel well. They do. Maybe not Pistons fans. Yeah, listen, all right. We'll make that consideration if and when the Pistons become a good again. Okay, we'll determine whether or not Pistons fans can travel as well. Riley Green stands in, looks at ball one. Framber Valdez still on the mound. There has been no movement from the bullpen. At least they haven't shown anything. It's a 1-0 count to Green. Lefty on lefty, looking for his first postseason hit. That one is fouled off. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, that usually goes without saying. There are a few fan bases that'll travel regardless, but usually their teams are also good. Like, the Dodgers fans, they usually travel well, but I think most of this is just due to, like, population. It's like, there's a pickoff attempt at first base. Malloy was able to get back safely, but usually I think it's just a matter of, like, population. Like, the New York sports fans travel well. There's just a lot of people in New York, so there's just going to be a lot of fans from all over the country. Riley Green looks at ball 2 that was inside. It is 2-1 the count. Man on first. is Justin Henry Malloy. No outs. 2-1. Inside. Lost the ball. It'll be 3-1. Base runner will stay. Oh, they're like AJ Hinch. No, they're not going to take a look at anything. I think he thought maybe Green might have gotten hit by the pitch, but that's true. Well, I don't know about the Steelers, actually. The Steelers are kind of a blue collar sports town. 3-1. That one's fouled off. Although it is a well-known brand, I'll give you that. A lot of people know the Steelers, but probably most people know the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Lakers. I'm trying to think of teams that like my non-sports fan friends would know. And I would venture to guess they probably know, like, yeah, they know the Yankees or they know the Lakers. Three-two pitch on the way. That one is swung on and missed. I believe that's just the first strikeout, or no, the third strikeout of the day for Valdez. I thought it was the first. I guess I don't even remember. Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh's they're dedicated fans for sure. But it looks like that's the end of the day for Framber Valdez. Wait, hold on. Ibanez coming up. This very well could be a pinch hit situation as they bring in a righty pitcher. Oh, yeah. Urinating tree. He puts out pretty good stuff. I like the effort that he puts into all of his stuff. Sometimes his like his writing style is very, very good. He knows how to write an effective script for his videos. So I really appreciate that. Compared to me, I'm just off the cuff. I don't have that time or that drive to write scripted stuff like he does. I wish he did a little bit more NBA stuff, but I guess given the fact that there's no Pittsburgh NBA team, he probably doesn't. I mean, he does like the playoff, stuff, but that's it. He doesn't do the regular season. And it's probably because he doesn't really follow the NBA until the postseason, which, to be fair, is about when the NBA actually gets good. Though, granted, I have no real room to talk because my NBA team hasn't been good in like 15 years. Probably longer than that, actually. 16 at this point. 2008 was the last time the Pistons were really good. Despite the fact that they made the playoffs twice since then. Still not. I think rain is coming down. Yeah, it's definitely raining. Yeah, right. I mean, like, I guess if you're from Pittsburgh and if you're gonna root for any NBA team, I suppose the one that would make sense to me would be the Sixers, but I guess the hatred for Philly is deep. And Colt Keith is pinch hitting for Andy Ibanez. So I said, with the new pitcher, you probably see a pinch hit because Andy Ibanez is there for lefties. So they bring in Colt Keith, the rookie, who obviously can play second base. So no problem with that. And he looks at ball 2 outside. So now Hinch gets a lefty-righty matchup with Neris. I was trying to read the name of the pitcher there on the broadcast. Now it's 3-0 to Colt Keith. There are very loud boos. Colt Keith an above average hitter this year, but not for much pop as he walks. In his first postseason at bat, draws a 4-pitch walk. Neris, not the start you want to have. Yeah, that's about the only one that would make sense. I'm surprised Pittsburgh doesn't get a basketball team. I mean, it's a pretty big sports market. The Penguins and the Steelers make a lot of money, obviously. The Pirates, unfortunately, have not been very good for a while, but that's still like a team that is, has a pretty dedicated fan base. There are "Let's Go Tigers" chants again echoing in Minute Maid Park. That's got to be like kryptonite to Astros fans. When you can hear opposing team chants, that would just bother me to all end. Wenzel Perez now batting from the left side on the righty. And that's a called strike one, but that really shouldn't have been a strike. So it's a 1-1 count. Oh, yeah, that's right. Duquesne or whatever. They had that random tournament run last year. Ruined everybody's bracket. It's 2-1 to Perez, who is 1 for 2, I should say, not 0 for 2. Chance to drive in an extra run here. 1 out, top of the 5th. That run is Valdez's. Foul pitch foul ball by Perez. Yeah, the switch hitting. We don't really have many switch hitters. I think Wenzel is our only switch hitter. So that makes him pretty valuable in terms of putting him in the lineup because you don't really have to worry about lefty, righty, who he goes up against. You can just have him bat one way or the other. And that one is popped up into foul territory behind home plate and ending up safely in the seats. Somebody got it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Auburn lost to Yale. Man, it must be tough being an Auburn sports fan. I'm not going to lie. It must be rough. Unless you like softball or something. Neris checked that runner Malloy at second base. Malloy heads back. No throw there. Big chance for Detroit to go up even more. Perez waits, and he fouls a pitch off. It's 2-2 count. Still plenty of game to play. As that one is swung on and missed. I thought maybe he got a piece of it, but it was a piece of his equipment that came off. So Perez strikes out swinging. That's right. Was it Princeton who had the win last year? Not the year like 2 years ago, I mean. Wasn't Harvard. Lord knows it wasn't Harvard. That's right, it's Princeton. This is Spencer Torkelson now. Another chance to drive in a run. 0 for 1 with a walk. He had a line drive that ended up being caught by the shortstop. And it's a called strike 2 on a pitch again that looked pretty outside. So it's 0-2 to Torkelson. A walk and a run scored for him. Oh, 2 pitch. Swung on and fouled sharply. Got on that pitch, but could not keep it in fair territory. Keith at first, Malloy at second. The 0-2 pitch to Torkelson. Another one fouled off. He is battling with Neris, but unfortunately for Torkelson, it's 0-2. So he's really got to fight to stay alive here. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Tigers threaten again, but they do not score. It is 3-0 Detroit. Dubon, Myers, and Altuve are due up for the Astros in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been a quiet game for both teams' offenses. We'll have a quick outing, keep him for the 6th. Yeah, I mean, probably if he has a long 5th inning, they'll probably be it. I'd like to be able to get him into the 6th, just to maintain our bullpen arms. Hmm. All right. Eight, 9, and then it'll be the 3rd trip through the order for Skubal. First pitch to Dubon is swung on and missed. I believe foul tip, actually, into the glove of Jake Rogers. A little bit of adjusting going on for Dubon, fixing his left hand pad. Now he's ready to go. Oh, 1 pitch coming. That one is drilled into right field. Torkelson will make the catch. That's a nice play by Torkelson to get out number 1. That was just a bloop shot that could have ended up in no man's land, but Torkelson reached up and made the catch. It's a good quick out to start the 5th inning for Tarik Skubal. First pitch is ball 1 to Myers. The 1-0 pitch. That one is lined into right center field, but Meadows will get to it for out number 2. 2 quick outs for Skubal. And now the top of the order with Jose Altuve. That's a couple of really nice defensive plays. Torkelson and Parker Meadows both getting quick outs for Spencer Torkelson for Tarik Skubal. 66 pitches for Skubal. First pitch to Altuve is popped up right field. Perez is under it. He will make the catch. Wow. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the Astros. Meadows, Rogers, and Sweeney due up for the Tigers, up 3-0 heading to the 6th inning. Wow. That is exactly... This is exactly what we wanted. This is the exact thing that we wanted. A quick inning, and then we can keep him in for the 6th inning, for the top of that order. That was great. Yeah, I mean, I would like to get... The thing is, I mean, it's like, I want to get some more add-on runs here. Like, 3 runs to me does not feel all that secure. But given it's postseason baseball, runs are at a premium, despite the fact that we've had multiple opportunities to score runs and have not been able to take advantage. Yeah, 5 would be secure. A 5-run lead, that keeps you out of the range of a grand slam. It means even if they do hit a grand slam, they're still losing the game. I agree. I agree totally. 5 is the safest. 4 is the second best. 3 is pretty good, but not totally secure. 3 is, this game would go either way. I mean, the Braves had a 3-0 lead yesterday, and they blew that. That's correct. It'll be their first postseason win since 2013. They have not won a playoff game since that season in the ALCS against the Red Sox. So not only have they ended their 10-year drought, but they still haven't ended their 10-year or their 11-year drought of not winning a game. So a new pitcher for the Astros is Brian King. 2.39 ERA, 26 1/3 innings, 29% K rate, and a 9% walk rate. Very good pitcher out of this Astros bullpen. Parker Meadows stands in and takes strike 1. The 0-1, that one's a called strike 2. Parker Meadows quickly behind in the count, 0-2. King an above league average K rate. He can strike out the best of them. That pitch was high and away, ball 1. One-two pitch is low, and the count is now even, and Parker Meadows has not moved. Has not swung on anything yet. The 2-2. Swung on and popped up in foul territory. And Bregman is under it. He will make the catch. Parker Meadows fouls out for out number 1. That will bring up Trey Sweeney, I believe. Or no, Jake Rogers actually hits a line drive, base hit into left field. Good day for Jake Rogers. Couple of knocks, and it's a 1-out single for the catcher. Again, this is your chance. This is not going to be an easy pitcher to get to, though. Trey Sweeney jackknifes out of the way for ball 1. That's right. He is from Texas. He went to Tulane as well. He's what conference is Tulane in? Obviously they're not SEC. I want to say they're in some small conference. Are they All-American conference? I don't think so. It could be, though. The green wave. The 1-1. Called strike 2 that jetted inside the strike zone. Wow. Ronel Blanco warming up in the Astros bullpen as Sweeney looks at another ball low. It's 2-2. Sweeney, one of the hitters that drove in one of the 3 runs. 2-2. Checked his swing. Did not go. It's a full count. Astros fans don't like the call. Looked like he held up, though. Let's see. Ooh, that's close. Very close. The 3-2. Outside, he looks at strike 3. Just on the edge of the zone. That's the first strikeout of the day for King. And there's going to be a quick mound visit here. Is Espada going to his bullpen? It looks like he is going to his bullpen. They will bring in Blanco for the top of this lineup. So King gets a couple of outs and gives up a single. Yeah, I was going to say, they haven't been in the SEC for a long time. The rain kind of slowed down. I guess it wasn't like a downpour, but there was rain. This is so nerve-wracking. Is this what playoff baseball is like? If you're a fan of a good team, is this what it's like every year? This is terrible. I can't imagine. If I'm already stressed like this, I can't imagine how stressed I'd be in an elimination game. Look at these Scotsmen. Feed your lawn. Feed it. See, I like those commercials. I like the Scots commercials. Those are fine. Because it's a funny Scotsman. Even though he kind of looks Irish because he's got like the red hair and the like. It's like it's an Irish thing. That's not Scottish. Not Scottish. It's crap. Tigers 8 hits on the day to the Astros 3. But it was timely hitting for the Tigers early. They got ahead 3-0. They have not scored since. A 3-run inning is all they have, and all the offense for either team. Here's the top of the order. It is Matt Vierling. Blanco delivers first pitch, ball 1. Meanwhile, the Kansas City-Baltimore game has begun. It's the top of the first inning. There's a runner on first with, I believe, just one out. I want to say that's a Baltimore home field, so that must be Kansas City who's on base there, as pitch number 2 is in the dirt, ball 2. It doesn't say who's the top and who's the bottom inning on the little score ticker they have. I'm pretty sure. Can someone confirm that Kansas City is top of the inning and that it's at Baltimore? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Pitches away for ball 3 now to Matt Vierling, who's had a pretty nice day. 1 for 3, an RBI single, and a chance to make it an RBI single plus a walk with Justin Henry Malloy due up. 3-0, took it all the way, but it's a called strike 1. Swing and a miss. It's a full count. He would have taken that one. Very well could have drawn the walk. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Ronel Blanco puts up zeros coming in. Tucker, Alvarez, and Bregman due up for the Astros. It is 3-0 Tigers heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. So that Kansas City-Baltimore game, that's on ESPN2, by the way. There was no score, but there was a runner on first, one out. That was what it was showing. Service repressor. We'll fix it in. I actually never knew that it was we'll fix it in a snap. I never knew that that was what that was. Huh. Wow. Hey, it's the service professor again. Are we at that stage in the broadcast where it's just local commercials? I think so. We're getting my WLAJ 53. Okay, now we gotta. I guess it's an ABC ad, so it's not like a. Okay, no, we got actual commercials here. Well, I guess a Disney World commercial on ABC is not really an actual commercial, because it's just like it's ABC advertising for Disney, but Disney owns ABC, so it's all the same. Why did that woman? Hold on, wait a minute, hold on. So what was happening in this Disney World commercial? It showed the woman like put her little cursor onto the Disney World website or whatever to like click something, and instead of clicking, she hits return on the keyboard. That doesn't do anything. That's not how that works. Like if there's something to click, hold on. That doesn't. Yeah, see that doesn't. That just. I guess that clicks something else. It doesn't click like. That doesn't click the link. It doesn't do that. I don't think so. Well, now I'm curious. Wikipedia. I don't know. I'm like curious. No, that does not do that. That does not do that. Oh wait, it does do that. Huh. Who does that? I'm sorry, I got distracted. It's a 1-1 count. Okay, now we lost the score bug for the Royals Baltimore game. As there's a swing and a foul ball. It's a 1-2 count now to Kyle Tucker. Yordan Alvarez on deck. 1-2 is away. 2-2 now. 71 pitches for Skubal as he starts this 6th inning. The 2-2. Swing, and he pops it up. Shallow center field. Sweeney is under it. He will make the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Yordan Alvarez steps up to the plate. That pitch was high and away, nearly hit Yordan for ball 1. 300 extra base hits and 300 walks in the first 600 career games. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Hank Greenberg, Ted Williams, Yordan Alvarez. That's insane. You're on the same list as Babe Ruth, Hank Greenberg, and Ted Williams. Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. Like, it's a 1-1 count to Alvarez as he fouled off the second pitch to him. The 1-1 is a called strike, 99 on the sinker that stays in the strike zone. 1-2 pitch, low and in the dirt. Jake Rogers able to keep that in front of him. It's ball 2. I mean, every pitch, every at-bat, everything becomes so much tighter in the postseason. The 2-2, a called strike 3. Jordan looks at it. Another strikeout for Tarik Skubal. Is that number 5? The changeup that just caught the edge. I think that's 5 strikeouts for Scoob. There's a called strike 1 to start Alex Bregman. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Tigers. There's ball 1 to Bregman. How many strikeouts was it? No, I wish I looked like Skubal out there. That'd be nice. I don't know how much money Skubal is making because he hasn't gotten his big contract extension. So it's probably not too much money, but it's probably way more money than I'll ever make. I hope. Or not I hope. I hope I make as much money as Skubal. That'd be nice. Ball 2 is low. It's a 2-2 count again. Third 2-2 count this inning. I would reckon this is probably the last inning of work for Skubal. He's got 81 pitches. 2-2 pitch. Outside, just missed it. Skubal thought he had it. 100 miles an hour. And could not locate the strike zone. And you could tell he's a little frustrated that he just missed it. And he wants to take a mound visit. He wants to talk a little bit. It's a 3-2 count now. AJ Hinch coming out as well. Now, is something up with Skubal? Trainer is out. Whole team is on the mound. Talking into his glove. I mean, he was pitching through it all. And he kind of slowed to turn around. I thought he was maybe just frustrated with the call. I don't know if there's any physical pain. I'm not really sure, but it looks like Skubal is staying out there. I guess he's gonna take a few warm-up pitches. He wants just one more. And he gives a thumbs up. The crowd in Houston does not like it. Because he basically just got a free break there. But, I mean, clearly there was something off with Skubal after that last pitch for ball 3. Houston fans definitely didn't believe him. I guess they figure he was faking for an extra break. Three-2 on the way. Foul ball by Bregman. Bregman 0 for 2 today. Another 3-2 coming. Swing, and he pops it up, but well into foul territory and out of play. Final strike of the inning. Once again, it'll be a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and shot into deep left field, and that ball is off the wall. Bregman will hold at first base. I think he thought he had a home run. So it'll just be a long single. hits the wall in left field. And I think that is the end of the day for Tarik Skubal. Bregman wins the battle. That's a nicely located pitch on the outside edge. And wow, that was inches from being gone. Oh no, Skubal, I guess, is going to stay in. He wants to get out of this inning. Diaz at the plate. Swing and a miss. First pitch is the changeup. 0 for 1 today with a walk is Yanier Diaz. Or Yainer Diaz. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't watch Astros baseball. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled quickly. 0-2. Boy, it would be Skubal-esque for him to end his day with a strikeout. 87 pitches. 0-2. Swing and a miss! 90 miles an hour, or 99 on the fastball. And Skubal sits him down. Justin Henry Malloy, Riley Green, and Colt Keith threw up for Detroit. 3-0 Tigers heading to the 7th. That's a massive strikeout for Tarik Skubal. He has shut down the Houston Astros today. Wow, that was intense. That was awesome. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. It was stressful, but I enjoyed it. That's almost certainly the end of his night, though, right? He's not, or end of his night, end of his day. Whoa! Breaking news. Devontae Adams has requested a trade. Brad Holmes, get on the phone. Get on the phone. Devontae Adams has requested a trade. Cordero Patterson is trying to recruit him to the Steelers. The Chiefs obviously in there. Ooh. Well, we're going to talk about that tonight then. Devontae Adams requesting a trade from the Las Vegas Raiders. That's kind of weird given they won last week. I don't know. I joking aside, I don't think that he'll end up in Detroit. Just probably because of this. I don't know. It seems like his team just won. I don't know. We don't really do a lot in terms of trading for guys that request for trades, unless they are true. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's probably more likely that he ends up in Kansas City, given the injury to Rashee Rice. And if he ends up in Kansas City, then the Chiefs very well could three-peat, because Devontae Adams is one of the best wide receivers in football. I also want him to look at edge rusher, given the fact that, opposite of Hutch is basically the combination of Josh Paschal and Levi Onwuzurike. And Levi's been pretty good, but yeah. Oh, we're not giving him J-Mo. They're not gonna get players for him. They're gonna get picks. No way you'd include a player. I'm not trading Jamison Williams for Devontae Adams. No shot in hell. For one, they're totally different kinds of players, so it's not even like a 1-for-1. And for two, I have more control over Jamison Williams. No. Kerry Carpenter steps in as a pinch hitter here to lead off the 7th. First pitch swinging is fouled. First base line. So the big note on Kerry Carpenter is that he does not hit left-handed pitching, but he does hit righties as he swings and fouls another pitch off Blanco. So that is why they're bringing him in. If Ibanez is the lefty killer, then Kerry Carpenter is the righty killer. Had a pretty decent season, albeit limited sample due to injury, 284 average. 0-2, checked his swing. Did he go too far? He did not. Ball 1. Boos continuing to rain down on every check swing call. OPS against righties is 994. And there's a pitch that's fouled off. I mean, look, Kerry Carpenter would be a much more valuable player if he could hit lefties. Because against lefties, granted only 32 PAs, batting 107, just one home run, 408 OPS. He through the limited sample, he has not been able to hit lefty pitchers. Pitches inside, did not go. It's a ball 2. Houston fans letting the umpires know they do not appreciate these no calls. 2-2. Swung on and grounded fair to first and out. Carantini tags the bag. Kerry Carpenter grounds out to lead off the 7th. I think he just missed out on that pitch. That ball did end up fair, so good on Carantini to have his eye on that because it was a bit of a slow roller as the pitch is low to Riley Green. Riley Green 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. He's looking for his first hit as he swings and grounds this one to first base and again easily tagging out the bag does Carantini, and there are 2 away. I do not care about the ESPN Bet Live odds. The only thing I care about as far as betting goes is the spreads and like how much a team is favored by. That's the only thing I really care about. I don't care about the live betting. First pitch swinging is Colt Keith, and he missed it. So it'll be 0-1. Colt Keith drew a walk in his first AB, and this one he pops up into foul territory and out of play. Tigers down to their final strike of the inning. It's an 0-2 count to Colt Keith. Oh, 2. Swung on and just got a piece of that one. It's foul. The 0-2 swung on and popped up in foul territory and out of play. Bregman was going to chase it initially and then saw that ball was well into the seats. That wouldn't surprise me either, because they obviously need an offensive push. Their offense has not been all that good. Cole Keith looks at ball 1. And I'm sure Aaron Rodgers would try to make it happen. I just don't know that the Jets have the capital to make it happen. So they can try all they want. I just don't know how well it'll work. The 1-2. Low, did not go. Blanco thought he had the strikeout. He was walking off the mound. It's just going to be ball 2. The Bills? Oh, that would be sick. I think that'd be great. That pitch is outside as well. And it's now a full count to Colt Keith. Three-two pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled. Just able to stay alive. Colt Keith working Blanco here. Wonder how long Blanco is going to stay in this game. Might get another inning just because of how dominant he is. 3-2 pitch. High and away, he walked him. Colt Keith draws his second walk in as many at-bats. He's got an 1,000 on-base percentage. 1 out, or 1 on, 2 outs, I should say. For Wenzel Perez. Lefty on righty again. First pitch to Perez is high and away, ball 1. Meanwhile, bottom of the second, no score between KC and Baltimore, 1 out. Chargers I don't know. I think they're in full rebuild mode. I don't think they're going to go out and buy. Called strike one on Perez was low, but just on the edge of the zone. 1 for 3 is Perez, a single and a run scored. The 1-1 on the way. That one is grounded foul. The 1-2 count to Perez. Tigers down to their final strike again of this inning. The 1-2, that one is lined into deep right field. It'll drop. Actually, it was a shallow bloop. Colt Keith will slide in safely. Wenzel Perez at the second. He is safe. Wow. A bloop double puts runners at second and third for Detroit. Waiting to see if they want to take a look at this, and they do. Houston's going to review this. Colt Keith and Wenzel Perez, 2 rookies, put the gas on. So they are going to challenge the call of safe at second. Let's see. Oh, he's safe. He's safe by a mile. He's safe by a mile. Well, they didn't say they were challenging the play at third. No, he's safe. He's safe because then he's got his right leg on the bag as well. Yeah, he's safe by a mile. I don't. This should not take long. He looks very much so safe. Nice swim move, and then he gets his foot in, and then his foot is anchoring him the whole time. He's safe. This should not get overturned. There's the review team. They've got every single possible angle. Call on the field is that he is safe at second base. I don't see anything that would indicate that that should be overturned. Again, looking at it for like a 4th time here. He's tagging the bag right there, and he's not even being touched by the second baseman. Should not take long. Still awaiting the call, though. Again, I mean, we can keep looking at it. And they say the call stands. That's the right call. Houston doesn't like it, but I mean, it's clear. He's safe. I don't really. It was not particularly close. So now, Tigers with a man on second and third. They have a chance to make this 5-0 with a base knock with Wenzel Perez's speed. And who is at the plate? I believe it is Spencer Torkelson. And it was Spencer Torkelson, former #1 overall pick at the plate. Checked his swing. He did not go. Ball 1 is low. This would be huge for Torkelson. 0 for 2 today with a walk. The 1-0, that one's outside. Blanco struggling to locate his pitches. Colt Keith at third. Wenzel Perez at second. 2 outs. 2-0 pitch. Just outside, but a called strike 1. Should be ball 3, but it's called strike. He's been calling it that way pretty much the whole game, so at least he's consistent. That one is high, and that one's called ball 3. So maybe a makeup call there. It's 3-1, good hitters count for Torkelson. Meadows is on deck if he loads the bases. That one's outside. He walked him. Second walk of the day for Torkelson, and the bases are loaded for Parker Meadows. Ronel Blanco, I imagine he's definitely done after this inning, one way or the other. 32 pitches, and he has loaded the bases. Caleb Ferguson, the lefty, warming up for the Astros. Parker Meadows swings at the first pitch. It's popped up, foul, and out of play, just out of play. Parker Meadows aggressive in this at-bat. Parker Meadows is 1 for 3 today. A single, a stolen base, and a run scored. He had just 9 home runs in the regular season. Checked his swing. It's low, but he went too far. That time, it's a called strike 2. So an 0-2 count to Parker Meadows. Yeah. Yeah. 0-2 to Meadows. Swing and a miss. Ronel Blanco loads the bases, but gets out of it. Head to the bottom of the 7th. Pena, Caratini, and Dubon up for the Astros. That was a massive lost opportunity for Detroit. We're entering the 7th inning stretch. Jeez, come on, man. You would have just gotten a knock there, man. You would have jetted your win probability up. But yeah, it sucks because it wasn't even much of a battle there. So it wasn't even like you applied any pressure. But oh no, it's the stupid WNBA commercial. I thought we were done with this. Okay, well, at least it's only the second time I've had to hear it. That's what I'm saying. It's like I've already got to ban The Bachelorette and The Bachelor and The Golden Bachelor and The Golden Bachelorette. So maybe I got to ban that ad. I mean, I think that goes without saying. I would have banned that anyway. Whoa! Von Miller has been suspended for 4 games for violating personal conduct policy, per Tom Pelissero. Wow. A lot of news. It's going to be an interesting show tonight. Well, it's just like garbage. It's like I would be if somebody found me watching one of those shows, I would be embarrassed, and people are not embarrassed by this, which is shocking to me. People should be embarrassed to watch those shows, but they're not. In fact, they enjoy watching those shows. So 6 innings pitched for Skubal, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, no runs, none of them earned, obviously. And Will Vest comes in out of the Tiger bullpen. First pitch was ball 1. Called strike 1. Will Vest, a 2.82 ERA, 70 and a third innings, 22% K rate, just a 6% walk rate. Pitch is fouled off by Pena. Pena 0 for 2 today, couple of strikeouts. Will Vest, not much of a strikeout pitcher, a little below league average in K rate, but he's got a 1-2 count here. The 1-2. Swung on and foul. Unfortunately, we don't control the Astros sound system, so we can't. It'd be nice if we did, though. 1-2 from Vest. Called strike 3. Will Vest sits down Pena for out number 1. Third strikeout of the day for Jeremy Pena. Called strike 1 on, I don't know who that is. Is that a pinch hitter? No, it's Carantini. I guess he's a switch hitter because I could have sworn he was a righty. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Was that Reese Olson in the bullpen? Or was that Tyler Holton? I couldn't tell. That's what I'm saying, Armenian man. It's like terrible behavior that they're exhibiting on this television show, and people are like, "Oh yeah, it's totally normal. See, it's a game." It's like, no, you're messing with people's emotions. Like this, romance is supposed to be a very serious thing, and we're just like treating it like it's some game. But yeah, wait, the 1-2 swung on and grounded, foul. Wow, and the crowd in Houston does not like that call. Carantini hit a slow roller down the third base line. And the umpire put both of his hands up immediately, calling for a foul ball. Take a look. And, ooh. Oh, that's close. That is really close. But another ground ball foul, so it'll just be nothing. I don't believe they can't challenge anyway. They lost their challenge. So even if you can challenge that, which I'm not certain if you can, they can't. They certainly can't. 1-2 pitch. Oh, man. Called strike 3 again. Second K of the day for Will Vest. Back-to-back strikeouts. So there are 2 away. Meanwhile, bottom of the third, Baltimore, Kansas City, no outs, man on second. So that game scoring might open up here soon. John Singleton, the pinch hitter for Dubon. Called strike 1. 97 on the fastball from Will Vest. Singleton, a 103 OPS plus this season. 13 homers. So a little above league average hitter as he swings and misses. Called at strike 2. Will Vest 1 strike away from striking out the side. 11 strikes, just 2 balls. The 0-2 just outside. It's ball 1. Changeup, 91. The 1-2 low, and it gets by Jake Rogers, but there's nobody on, so no fault. It'll just be 2-2. Two is popped up center field. Parker Meadows makes the catch in front of the warning track, and that will do it for the 7th. Head to the 8th inning. Tigers up 3-0, 6 outs away from winning game 1 of the wild card round. Also, by the way, so I could, the problem is I could kind of see with the little ESPN tracker thing, in the corner of my eye, when the screen would change, it means something I think the base runner or whoever, or the hitter switch. So what I just did just now is I opened up File Explorer and I made it cover up so that I can't see. So now I won't get potentially accidentally spoiled here. But I can still see the chat and everything. So I just have File Explorer open. Oh, I can look at the win percentage now. Actually, yeah. The win percentage is 91.8. I just had to move it. Hold on, maybe I could like... Okay, I can't really. There we go. I'll just move it to check the win probability. Not 99.9. I mean, the other thing too is because this game's on ABC, I actually get to see the win probability thing. Like they have it on their little scoreboard. I actually kind of like it. I know some people don't really like it. Like people on the internet are so like they're so particular about what they like about their score bugs or scoreboards on like broadcast. I don't mind getting as much information as possible. Like people hate the Bally Sports one because it's so long. I like if you cut out where it's showing the scores of other games, I'd be okay with it because it's like tells me who's up at bat, tells me the pitcher, tells me the pitch count, tells me who's on base, how many. It's like it gives me all the information I need. Like I don't know. So like people want these little tiny screen bugs where all it gives you is the score. It's like I want like a little information. I want to know who's up at bat. I want to know how they've done. Like give me a little bit of information. That's just me though. Yeah, right. It's unfortunate. Don't get the Benetti calls, but we get the Dan Dickerson calls on the radio. Rogers checked his swing, but he did not go. It'll be ball one. Blanco staying in, swing and a miss from Rogers. Rogers, a 2-hit night or 2-hit day. Yep, Dan Dickerson still calling the radio. And you can listen online on the Odyssey app. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And you can also just like go online, just type in Odyssey and then just search 97.1. You'll be able to listen to every Tiger game on the radio in case you're outside of Detroit. Swing and a miss. Jake Rogers strikes out. Blanco gets his first out of the 8th. Third strikeout of the day. Yeah, it's I believe today it was Dan Dickerson with Bobby Scales, who I really like. I really like listening to Bobby Scales. I think the ideal broadcast for me is Andy Dirks and Jason Benetti on TV and Dan Dickerson and Bobby Scales on radio. Trey Sweeney fouls off the first pitch high and into the second row. Wow. You got a lot on it, but it went the opposite direction. The 0-1 is called strike 2. Yep. So far, so good, Mr. X. But still, two more bottom of the innings to work. And I guess 2 more outs. We got 5 more outs total for the Tigers. 6 more for the Astros. Sweeney checked his swing. Did not go. And again, the crowd is just laying it on this umpire. Every check swing call that he does not give their way, they are just giving him 1-2. Speaking of 1-2, swing and a miss. Trey Sweeney strikes out. Second strikeout of the inning. I did see that. I mentioned that earlier on the show, Mr. X. A trade request from Devontae Adams, which is crazy. If he goes to the Chiefs, I'll just be upset. The thing about it, though, is like it's weird this timing on it. It's like the Raiders won this past week. Like they won the game, and he's upset. He's like, all right, we won. I know we won the game. We probably feel a lot better than if we didn't win, but I want to leave. I've never seen a player like get themselves into a situation and then be upset that the obvious results of their foolishness. Matt Vierling swings and fouls that one off. Like, here's my thing, right? Like, he wanted to go to the Raiders because Derek Carr was there. That was his first mistake, because Derek Carr sucks. 1-2 to Vierling is outside, ball 2. And the natural consequence of that was that he did not win a lot. And then Derek Carr leaves, and he's stuck there. 2-2, swung on and popped foul out of play off the screen. And then he's like, "Oh man, this like now I hate it here. I want to trade." It's like, dude, if you would have just stayed in Green Bay, he probably would have been way better off. 2-2. Outside, and it's 3-2. For picks. I mean, like, their team stinks. They're gonna need as many draft picks as possible. But I mean, they're in a tough spot. 3-2 is away. Walked him. Matt Vierling draws a 2-out walk. And another base runner is aboard for Detroit. And it looks like that's the end of the day for Ronel Blanco. Ferguson, the lefty, will come in for Carpenter, but we'll see if there's going to be a pinch hit. Carpenter, obviously, very poor numbers against lefties. So I would imagine AJ Hinch would like to pinch hit him, but I don't know who you're going to pinch hit him with. Because I'm trying to think of righties in the lineup that aren't, or righties on the team that aren't like Dylan Dingler. I don't even know if he made the wild card roster. I imagine he did. But if you bring in Dylan Dingler, then you're going to have to, like, Jake Rogers can't play the outfield, and Dingler can't play the outfield. 10 guys left on base for Detroit. That's kind of rough, but it won't matter if we could just finish the job. And you're 6 outs away from doing just that. Okay, I guess they're gonna keep Kerry Carpenter to go up against this lefty. Again, his numbers against lefties significantly dip, though a much smaller sample size, about 30 plate appearances, but his numbers against lefties are not good. Boy, wouldn't it be something if Kerry Carpenter just hits a bomb against a lefty here because they thought they were going to get one up on him by putting the lefty pitcher in? Michael Kay is so confused because he's used to just calling the Yankees and slobbering over them like a dog in front of, the wet food can, like the fresh meat can. So he's just like, why am I calling this game between two teams that own my favorite baseball team in the whole wide world in the postseason? Why would ESPN do this to me? Then again, ESPN and ABC's baseball broadcasting is some of the worst. They just don't have a good team. I don't know why they don't get Joe Buck to do baseball games. They have him. Just get Joe Buck. First pitch is away, ball 1, and now running for second base and out. Matt Vierling tried to steal second base, and he was out by a mile. So nothing comes of that Kerry Carpenter at bat. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-0 Detroit. Well, that was a waste. We just wasted all that time where we were waiting for the new pitcher to come in, and then one pitch, and then Matt Vierling's off to the races. Fan of Buck? Oh, Joe Buck. I was like, wait, who's Buck? I like Buck. I think he's gotten much better since he moved to Monday Night Football. And I love him for baseball. I think he was way better for baseball than he was for football, in my opinion. I mean, like, just go back and watch the highlights of that Cubs-Indians game, 2016. Like, that's some elite play-by-play. There's a reason he was doing playoff baseball for years. Yeah, like, I think he's just really coming to his own form. I don't know. I really like Joe Buck. I think he's in a class of his own. in terms of being able to call. Like, he calls games straight, and that's what I like about him. He's not a homer. He doesn't, like he also doesn't like react like a maniac anytime something crazy happens. Like guys like me. He's able to like maintain his cool and call games just well. I don't know. I guess like I just really like it. I think like him, someone like Tarico. Tarico is really good as well. Anybody who can do multiple sports is really good, like in a tier of their own, because it's not easy to do. But like Tarico can do basketball. I wish if the NBA ever goes back on NBC, I hope Tarico does more games, because he was so much fun when he was at ESPN doing basketball. Not that Mike Breen is bad. I love Mike Breen as well. He's great at basketball, but Mike Breen only does basketball. So, and then I don't know. CBS, Jim Nantz is also, he can do everything. He does golf, he does basketball, he does football. He probably could do baseball, but CBS doesn't carry baseball. So, oh gosh, I can't stand Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson is so annoying. Gus Johnson is a cartoon character. He used to be a lot better. Now he's just ridiculous. There's a 1-1 count now to Hayward, who is pinch hitting in the 9 spot. It's a 1-1 pitch just outside. Will Vest struggling to locate that strike zone. Still no score between Baltimore and Kansas City. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. The 2-1 is swung on and foul. It's a 2-strike count. Will Vest already a couple of strikeouts. Tigers are 6 outs away, holding on to a 3-0 lead. Looks like Josh Hader is warming up for the Astros. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Will Vest, and out number 1. 3rd strikeout of the day. That is, again, massive first out. I believe so. I believe we play the Guardians. Called strike 1. So that would be a divisional matchup. That's kind of funny. I don't know how well we did against Cleveland this year. I'm pretty sure they won the division series, but I could be wrong about that. Altuve swings and fouls a ball off the screen. It's quickly 0-2. He is 1 for 3 today. It's his first time seeing Will Vest. It's an 0-2 count. The pitch. Got him for strike 3. Another strikeout for Will Vest. 4th strikeout of the day. Will Vest putting pressure on the speed gun, and that is the end of the day for Will Vest. Back-to-back strikeouts in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers will head to their bullpen. 5 up, 5 down for Will Vest. And a new pitcher for Detroit coming up to get the final out of the 8th. Oh, okay, so we played him pretty close. Feels like an eternity since the last time we played the Guardians. It was weird. Our schedule is kind of odd. Like, we went through like a whole like stretch where like we didn't play either the Twins or the Guardians. But then we were playing the White Sox like every few weeks. like the month of September, we played the White Sox twice. Or no, we played them once. But like I believe we played them in August as well, like the end of August. Or something. The sweep against Cleveland before the All... Okay, I forgot about that. I genuinely, a lot of the other thing I forgot about, and I actually watched like a highlight reel of this year, I believe MLB posted it. It was like Tigers clinching or whatever. And it was just a highlight reel of the whole season. I forgot the Tigers had a game on Roku TV. Did you guys remember this? The Tigers had a national broadcast game on Roku TV at like 11 in the morning on I think it was a Sunday. I don't remember. But I was like, oh yeah, That's right. That was the game that Matt Vierling walked it off. They were wearing their City Connect jerseys the whole weekend. It was weird. That 8-1 stretch we had right before the All-Star. Oh, sure. Yeah, I remember when I was at the Dodgers game when we came back in the 9th and tied it up and then ended up winning it in the 10th. I saw that. I was in the right field side. So that Colt Keith home run to tie up the game, that was so hype. All the Dodgers fans that traveled out to Detroit to, I guess to try to demoralize us, they were rather quiet after Colt Keith hit that bomb. And then Gio Urshela hits the walk-off homer. It was great. Tyler Holton comes in to try to get the final out of the 8th. He's got a 2.19 ERA, 94 and a third innings pitched, 22% K rate, 5% walk rate. He's been electric. First pitch swinging is fouled. Tyler Holton, probably one of the more underrated rookies last year. People did not really pay much attention to him, but he was an elite pitcher in the bullpen, and he has continued that. As a ground ball is hit to third base slowly, Vierling will throw it to first, and he got him. Tyler Holton gets the final out of the 8th. Head to the top of the 9th. Carpenter, Green, and Keith up 3-0 Detroit. Chance to shut out the Astros in Game 1. Ooh. That's right. Yeah, all the Great Lakes Loons fans. I went to a Great Lakes Loons game, but it got rained out and it got postponed. So I was at the stadium. I was at I was in I had a group of friends or a friend of mine. He knew somebody and they had a suite for the group he was in. So I was in one of the suites. It was kind of cool. But the game didn't happen. So I was a little drove all the way out to this game and didn't even get to happen. What was even worse was the Tigers also got rained out that day. So it's oh, great. So I don't even get to have the solace of the Tigers playing either. It's I get nothing. I just drove all this way. Although it's still fun. I don't know why it's not letting me, whatever. I would like to get another 2 runs here, Armenian man, but based on the way that the Astros bullpen has been pitching us and the way that our offense has failed to meet those opportunities, I think we're basically going to have to hope our pitching can hold this shutout or at least hold them to just the 2 runs. My question is, are they going to keep Tyler Holton in for the 9th? I wouldn't be opposed to that because Tyler Holton's a stud. And he has been really good. I do wonder, though, if they bring in Jason Foley, who's also been a stud. They probably keep Tyler Holton in there because he didn't pitch all that much. You got the Michigan High A, West Michigan Whitecaps, Great Lakes Loons, and Lansing Lugnuts. I actually did go to a Lugnuts game earlier this year. They're playing the Dayton Dragons. They got blown out, but I was at the game. They had fireworks afterward. It was kind of cool. That's the second Lugnuts game I've been to. The other Lugnuts game I went to also had fireworks. But that game, I got to go to the suite because I have connections. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, but the thing about watching minor league baseball is it is far, the talent drop-off is so big. There's so many fielding errors. There's so many bad, plays. It's definitely different than watching a major league game. Hader delivers a first pitch called strike to Kerry Carpenter, who is 0 for 1. And it's a lefty against Kerry Carpenter, and that's a ground ball to second base. Throw to first is in time. Kerry Carpenter's struggle against lefties continues as he grounds out for out number 1 in the top of the 9th. Riley Green still looking for his first postseason hit. 0 for 4 with a strikeout. First pitch from Hader is swung on and hit into deep right field. And it is gone. That ball is fair and it is gone. A home run. I believe. Or wait, did that ball not leave the... it looked like it got out of the... I thought that was a home run. They're saying it's just a ground rule double. Did that... I'm sorry. I just had I just had a moment there. I thought that ball was out of here. So it'll be a ground rule double. Let me see. Really? Oh, wow. It just bounced and then ended up as a double. Not a home run. No, it bounced and was a double. They just showed the replay. That was... I thought it... I couldn't even see it. The only thing I saw was it bounced and it was over the wall, so I thought it was a homer. So that's a ground rule double for Riley Green, his first hit in the postseason in his career. And Colt Keith now, who has 2 walks, chance to drive in run number 4 for Detroit late in this ball game. Lefty on lefty matchup. That one is popped up, fouling out of play. Boy, Riley Green just missed what would have been a massive home run. Just 1 out, and that runner on second base, you need a knock. Pitch is just a bit outside. It's ball 2. Count is even. Still no score between Baltimore and KC. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1 out. Two on the way. Swung on and fouled away. 97 on the sinker from Hader. Cole Keith, who did not start this game, he was brought in to pinch hit for Andy Ibanez. But a couple of walks for him. He's been pretty solid. Swung on and grounded to first. That'll move Green over to third, but Keith is out at first base. That does move that runner over, which again, you're applying pressure. That means this catcher's got to keep the ball in front of him, or else Riley Green could run home. So you at least add a potential opportunity to score here. Wenzel Perez steps up to the plate. Now he's batting on the right side. Couple of singles for him, as well as a run scored. There's ball 1 delivered from Hader. It's a righty-lefty matchup in favor of Perez. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Waved at a pitch that was low. Kind of curved down in and then below the strike zone. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Final strike for the Tigers in this top of the 9th. Potentially final strike of the game for Detroit's hitting. They have left a lot of runners stranded. The 1-2. Low and in the dirt, and that's a good stop there by the catcher. Diaz able to keep that in front of him. As that ball goes by, Riley Green is storming home. It's a 2-2 count to Perez. Oh, Skubal looked amazing. Yeah, Skubal was great. 6 innings, 6 Ks, no runs. Perez swings and fouls a pitch off. Yeah, Skubal looked great. Really solid. About as perfect a start as you can get from him. And against a really good Houston Astros lineup. Hader now sets. Nope, he steps off. Calling time. Wenzel did not move from the batter's box. Now he's going to step out. Spencer Torkelson is on deck. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Waiting on the 2-2 pitch. On the way. Swung on and popped up. Shallow right side. And he will make the catch. So the Tigers threaten again, but they do not score. 3 outs away from a Game 1 victory. But Alvarez, Bregman, and Diaz are due up. 3-0 Tigers. Well, pitching staff is going to have to win this one for us because clearly our offense said, we're going to give you 3 runs, and that's it. That's all we're going to do for you. Well, this is going to be high stress. Hopefully they just go 1, 2, 3. But Lord knows they're probably going to get 1 base runner, and I'm going to be like, oh no, don't make it start. But going into the inning, I can't even see, it's not showing. Going into the inning, we got a 96.3% win probability according to ESPN. So you like those odds. 96.3 is pretty high, but obviously it's baseball, so I don't even know how they calculate that sort of thing. And you know what's crazy? I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. But I'm like, I can't leave now. I can't leave at any commercial break. The commercials, ironically, are not all that long, or at least not long enough to where I'd be like, okay, I'm comfortable. I know I'll be able to come back just in time. I don't know how, like, actual broadcasters do it. Do they just have, like, a bucket? And they just, like, just let it out? Jackson Churio, left fielder for the Brewers. They play the Mets later today. Foley's in. Hold on, I'm just about to come back here. They're showing Jackson Churio. And there he is, Jason Foley. 3.15 ERA in 60 innings, 18% K rate, a 8% walk rate, 28 saves for him, 69 total games. He has been absolutely electric for the Tigers down the stretch. But Jordan is going to lead things off. And you know this guy is capable of big hits in big spots. I do see a Tiger fan there, all alone. One lone Tiger fan. First pitch to Alvarez is a called strike 1. The slider on the edge. 1 for 3 with a single is Alvarez. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled. It's a 2-strike count for Foley. Chance to get a quick first out. Meanwhile, Baltimore and KC, top of the 6th, no runs scored still. 0-0 tie there. The 0-2. Low and away. Jordan does not chase. Ball 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. Swung on and just got a piece of it. Foul ball. And time call by Jordan. Boy, oh boy, the nerves are high. The 1-2. Swung on and foul. Again, 99 on the fastball, and Jordan was able to get to it. Another 1-2 pitch coming. Here it comes. Swung on and into deep left field. Riley Green tried to make the catch. It's over his head. Jordan heading to second base, and it's a leadoff double. It's a big knock for Jordan. Riley Green tried to make a leaping catch, and the Astros are threatening with no outs in the bottom of the ninth. Jordan very slow after that hit, but he was able to get to second. That's a big leadoff double for the Astros. They will put a pinch runner in for Jordan. Looks like Zach McKinstry is in at second base. A lot of Astros fans in attendance on their feet. Alex Bregman at the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. Swung on and fouled the first pitch. Strike one. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a single. 26 homers on the season. Got to get this out. You definitely got to get this out. The 0-1. Outside, it's ball one. The 1-1 pitch. That one's low and in the dirt. Ball two. Jason Foley struggling since those first couple of pitches. He's got to get back into his own here. Cannot let this get away from him. The Astros have won 10 straight postseason openers. That one is grounded up the middle. A diving stop from Sweeney, but he's not going to be able to make a throw. No run will score, but there are 2 men aboard, and the tying run will come to the plate. It's a nice stop from Sweeney, but that will still bring that tying run. It's a perfectly hit ground ball by Bregman. It's a great play by Sweeney. Fortunately for him, was not able to get the out. And now Chris Fetter talking to Jason Foley. First mound visit of the day for Foley. And now we're in a ball game. Jason Foley's got to get himself out of a self-inflicted jam. It started with the leadoff double from Jordan, then an infield single to put runners at the corners. Yainer Diaz, 0 for 2 today with a walk. He is the tying run at the plate. Tigers are 3 outs away right now from an opening series win. They have a 3-0 lead and have had it all game. The crowd now into it. Foley delivers a called strike one. That's one way to start it. The 0-1. Called strike two. Now Diaz in a 2-strike count with no balls. Be a huge out for Detroit because that could set up a game-ending double play. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. Strikeout for Jason Foley. And now, hold on, they're talking about it. Yainer Diaz. And no, they're going to say it's just a foul ball. So it'll just be a foul ball. It does not. I don't know. That looks like that goes right into the glove. Can we challenge that? And AJ Hinch, he just had a talk with the umpire. I guess this is not challengeable. Or no, they are going to challenge it. I think. Or no, they're not. You can't challenge it. 0-2 count again. The pitch. Swinging a grounder up the hole into right field. A run will score. RBI single for what should have been a strikeout. And it's 3-1 Tigers. And the winning run comes to the plate. I mean, that's an out. That's a run that shouldn't have been. Frankly, that should have been a strikeout. I think the umpires missed this one. And just a soft little ground ball that the second baseman, Zach McKinstry, could not get to. And either way, that run was going to score from third base. First pitch is ball one. Jeremy Pena is in at the plate, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. The 1-0, he's going to bunt, and it bunts foul for strike one. This is an all-new game. Jason Foley, he's just looking for an out and not been able to find it. Uncharacteristic of what he has been lately. Another bunt coming in. This one successful. Catcher Jake Rogers will throw him out at first base to get that first out. But the tying run is in scoring position at second base. It's a good out for Detroit, but also a good sack bunt for Houston. And AJ Hinch, I think he's going to call for his bullpen. He's going to visit Jason Foley. Jake Rogers, that's a really great play for him to field that ball and get that runner out at first. A massive out that they needed to get. And Hinch going to his bullpen after a rough start there from Foley. And Bo Brisky will come in to try to hold off the Astros. Tigers up just 2 runs now, and those 2 runs are at second and third. Meanwhile, Kansas City has taken a 1-0 lead over the Orioles in the top of the 6th inning with a runner on and 2 outs. Bo Brisky has the Tigers 2 outs away from a win to start this 3-game set. Bo Brisky has been in this spot before, in an improbable spot. He did this in Baltimore just another week ago. A 3.59 ERA for Bo in 67 and 2 innings, 2/3 pitched. 24% K rate for him as well. This second out is going to be massive. Tigers with many missed opportunities to score, so they have put it on the back of their pitching staff to get them a win here. They were 3 outs away from a shutout, but Jason Foley gave up the first run of the day with just getting 1 out. Teams are 1-538 when trailing by 3 or more runs entering the 9th inning in the postseason since 1990. The Cubs defeated the Giants in the 2016 NLDS. That is the lone win since 1990. You really don't want to be the second team to give that up. Carantini steps in, and it's a first pitch ball 1. Caratini, 1 for 3 with a single. The 1-0 swing and a miss on the changeup. 1-1. Chance of let's go Astros. These Astros fans who were quiet all game have come alive. The 1-1. Called a strike 2. This could be a massive strikeout for Beau Brieske. One, two. Swung on, a little blooper to left field. Riley Green makes the catch. And they're going to keep that runner at third. That's a massive out. 2 away, 1 out away from a victory here. That was just a bloop line drive that ended up in left field. Good on Riley Green to get to it and make the catch and hold those runners. McCormick is in. First pitch is ball 1. He is pinch hitting in the eighth spot. .66 OPS plus in the regular season. .211 average. The 1-0. Swung on and fouled. Strike 1. This is as nervous as I have been watching a Tiger game. Crowd is on their feet in Houston. The 1-1. Swung on and grounded foul. Or Astros down to their final strike. Beau Brieske, a pitch count at 7. He came in with 1 out. Got the strikeout. Needs to get this out. Tying run is at second base. McCormick pinch hitting. It's a 1-2 count. What do you got, Bo? The pitch. Swing and a foul ball. 100 miles an hour on the fastball. Keeps the at-bat alive. It'll be another 1-2. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Jake Rogers keeps it in front of him. 2-2. Once again, down to their final strike. Needs the out. The pitch. Swing and another 100-mile-an-hour ball fouled off. Oh, my goodness. How many more of those does Beau Brieske even have? Jason Hayward is on deck. The 2-2 again. Low, it's ball 3. Count is full. Oh my goodness. What does Beau Brieske do here? He's got to deliver a strike. Hayward waiting. Time called. Chas McCormick waits. 3-2. Low. He walked him. Bases loaded with 2 outs. And the winning run is at first base for Jason Hayward. My goodness. Chris Fetter will talk to Beau Brieske, who had the Astros down to their final strike and could not get the out. Again, teams are 1-538 when trailing by 3 or more runs entering the ninth in the postseason since 1990. It has never happened in the wild card round. Last time it did happen was in the NLDS. Jason Hayward, the lefty, on the right-handed Bo Brisky. He calls for time. Immediately. The walk does put a force out everywhere. That's true, Mr. X. First pitch to Hayward is low, ball 1. One thing you definitely don't want to do is walk here and make the tying run available via walk. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Boy, I thought that ball was coming the other way. The 1-1 count. Bo Brisky has been tasked with finishing this game. The 1-1. Low, it's ball 2. Brisky struggling to locate. Jose Altuve is on deck. You got to get this out. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Astros down to their final strike again. Oh boy. 2-2 count. Tigers a pitch away from a win. Here it comes. Swinging a liner. It's caught at first base. Tigers win. Spencer Torkelson makes the play of his life. And the Tigers take a 1-0 series lead. Bo Brisky holds them off. 3-1 Tiger win. There you go. Oh, man. They had to make it dramatic. But this Tiger pitching staff held back one of the best lineups in baseball to just 1 run. The Tigers with a chance to advance with a win tomorrow afternoon. Oh my goodness. What a win. What a game and what a win. I got so scared when I saw he lined that and then that the ball had been caught by Torkelson. Final score again, 3-1. Let's see the replay of this. That was really well hit off the bat of Hayward. And let's look at Torkelson. I mean, it just went right to him. He just stood right there and caught it. Perfectly placed was the first baseman. That is the first Tigers playoff win since 2013. An 11-year drought has ended for the Detroit Tigers. And they are now 1 win away from heading to the ALDS, which would again end an 11-year drought. Oh my goodness, what a win. The nerves of playoff baseball are absolutely unreal. All right. Well, I won't stay long because I do got to prepare for the show tonight in just an hour or so. I do want to hear Jake Rogers, though. Jake Rogers, 2 for 4, a couple of singles, an RBI, and a run scored. He's the player of the game. I mean, and he kept some of those pitches in front of him, too. Scoop is scoop. That's right, Jake. The stash. All right. Okay. I'm going to get going. We'll set up for the show. It's going to be at 7. I'll probably make it at 7:15, so a little bit later than we normally do, just so that I have a little bit of extra time there. But we'll be breaking this game down. obviously all the sporting news and stuff, because a lot has happened in just the time that we've been live here. So appreciate everybody for stopping by. I hate to cut it really short, really quickly here, but it is what it is. So I'll see y'all later in the evening. So be sure to come out for that. Have a good rest of your evening if you're not going to make it to the show. So see ya. I'll see you later, hopefully. Goodbye. See ya.